conversation. And you get, one person says, no, we need repaint.
You can give and
For
take.
$200, I
Yeah.
can repaint the senior center. Let's call this a day. Okay, we've heard that story too, If you have someone who carries a line of thought and lets people talk about an aspect of it, you can get more information than just yes or no. It shouldn't be a chaotic, gang mentality. It should be an organized thought process where people can share their opinions.
It's a discussion.
We get into,
Right.
it's a discussion. Okay, we get some quality answers out of it, and not just, original feeling.
Will it be setting time limits on there, or how many people to speak?
Once again, he'll probably
We
know
had
be able to
those
speak to
time
that.
limits on our focus group at the library, and everybody that wanted to speak
Got a
spoke,
chance to
got a
speak.
chance to speak, and then we went around again for people that would like to do it again, or,
And do we all attend all these hearings, right?
Well,
As
just
a building
as
committee?
a reminder, I think we both are relatively new to the commission. If you look back in the minutes, though, you may recall the public hearings, I think we had 4 or 5. All of, I think it was 5
At least 4,
altogether,
yeah.
and those are all in the minutes, and.
Were they well attended?
Everyone that attended, everyone that spoke, every comment that everyone made was in here. We kept minutes on a board of, we made notes of suggestions and, needs, wants, desires, and recommendations.
We still have
All
those
notes,
notes?
we
Yeah.
have everything,
You
they're
have
all
it
in,
on
they're
here?
all
Okay.
in the public minutes.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
But
it's
they
all
were
in
not,
public minutes.
and I'm always devil's advocate, but they weren't well attended, and whether we believe it or not, people felt like they didn't know. They should have,
They
maybe,
should've.
but they
Well,
felt
I
like
have
they
to take
didn't know.
exception with that, because I'll never
Yeah.
forget the lady at the library who came in and she said, how was I supposed to know this was happening? How should I have known? If I hadn't checked my email, if I didn't go to the website, and if I didn't see the sign on the door of the library, I wouldn't be here.
Well,
Three different ways.
I mean,
ways she found out.
truly, there is,
So there were 3 exposures that got her there, and
Right.
she was amazed that you
Right.
didn't tell me.
you did
And
personally
we-
call her.
Yeah.
And I think
agree with
it's
that.
fair for us to also not discredit the amount of detail and time that's already been invested by the residents who did respond. And they were very detailed comments, if you look back at those, at the survey, responses, a lot of them shared a great deal of detail as to what they wanted, whether it was a pool, or a game room, or a card room, or a library. I mean, they really were very specific, some of them, so, and I think in one, survey, we had, 14 or 15 questions, and in another, maybe 10. So, I think it's important for us to not throw the baby out with the bathwater, if you will, and just make sure that we keep that in mind of those that did respond and in a timely manner.
I would also
Very
say too,
engaged.
sorry.
Yeah,
I would also say, Joe and I have had this conversation that, when we see what his approach is, what his agenda is, if there's something there we think there's a gap, it doesn't address something that may be specific to us, we would make sure that it's added to the list and covers up everything, any concerns that we might have had that we don't think is being addressed, so that there's no doubt at all that we got all the questions there, and that we answered.
So what's our next step at this point?
We adjourn the meeting, go home?
There you go.
Well, we don't have the information we want at this point, we have to meet with him, right? Right, that'd be the next step, after,
But would everybody agree that the district meetings would be
Yes.
less?
I like that
I
idea.
think that's a good idea.
Lori, you like it?
Lori,
I do
It
like it,
keeps
as
it-
long as every person in the district knows they're happening.
It
Okay,
keeps
so I'll
them
tell you
to-
what, why don't you come up with a list
Yeah.
of how we can make sure that people know about it, okay?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna refer back to when I met with the people in Newtown, who kind of gave us a lot of information, but, and we've gone over those options, and that's what I'm looking for, was I think the December 17th meeting, where we talked about ways to reach everybody, it's just, I can't,
Now, Newtown did an extremely good job of reaching out. However, did they tell you the response rate?
yes, I don't know it off the top of my head.
It was less than 10%.
It was-
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was, we talked to the first selectman. The response rate was
That's
very low.
not what they said, and that's not what the paper said. And didn't know I would be looking for that right now, but I can certainly find that number. Well, that was from the,
3,000
well, the committee told me.
responses.
Okay, so the paper and the committee's lying.
Well, it was-
No.
If it was on the internet, you could believe it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Even when you talk about, let's just say that you have a 10% response.
If we take new towns.
Whether you have a 10% response and 80% of that is favorable or non-favorable, and you have a 50% response and 80% is favorable and not favorable. Whatever your percentages are, the more you poll, the more responses that you have, doesn't necessarily change the message or change the data, I should say, not the message, the data. So, again, I'm gonna have to defer to the architect's expertise on, being able to do this really, really well. I mean, he's just very experienced at it, and, I think he's just gonna fit our needs.
I think it'll be very helpful, but I just, like I said, I don't know what our options are of how to, I
Well,
would
that's
like
what
to.
we hope he's gonna tell us.
No, I mean, as far as reaching every household. He won't know, the town would know. I mean, really, is a robocall an option? Is putting.
Robocall is an option.
It's
I can
very
tell you
good
right
about
now.
it.
Yeah.
It's
And
a
everybody's
robocall.
on the
That
web.
would be for
We do
me
it for
right off,
storms,
the.
we do it for emergencies,
everything.
we do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just did it this week, Monday, there was a robocall to a section of town.
Mhm.
It's not a difficult thing.
And I think that's,
So
to
a
me, that's
robocall
that
is
simple.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a simple
And
answer.
if
Oh, that's good, then we're all
gonna-
set.
Yeah.
So if
I'm
we're
good
gonna
with the
fund-
robocall.
If we're
Yay.
gonna have money
You know how to
out
do it
of
now.
our budget, we can certainly send a postcard, cause that gets to every single household.
Cause those would be my two options, you either gotta get it in the mail, or you gotta, I was gonna say, pick up the phone, or my house would be, have it on your answering machine. You know, and to me, it's gotta be one of those two to every
The other thing you
household, and I
wanna
think I'd like to find us a way to commit to that.
The other thing you wanna bear in mind too is that this is not a couple of weekend project.
Right.
This is, could possibly be several months of meeting and talking and discussing and all that, and that might even be saying it short, okay? But it's not like you're gonna have 3 or 4 meetings saying, okay,
Right.
we're all set.
Absolutely.
You say to get it done and do it right, it is a
Process, right? And you have to collaborate, and you have
Yeah.
to take everything back and go over.
Well, we've been here for a year and a half, we could go a little
You know,
longer.
but I mean, and to that point, maybe if we did do something like a robocall, we said, hey, we're gonna do District 1, we just target the call to District 1 and say, 2 weeks from today, we're gonna have your meeting. Then when we do District 2, we give them a 2-week notice or something like that, you know, 'cause you don't wanna make a robocall.
And it can also be reinforced by having it in the newspaper. That we're gonna have this, there'll be more
Exactly.
reinforcement.
Yeah, there's
And
definitely
putting it
that
on the
kind of
town
options we went
website.
through last time,
You
yeah,
know,
I just
all
feel
that
like,
kind of thing.
you know, if the, you know, for lack of a better word, people were criticizing is that they didn't know, and I think we need to X that off our box somehow, and I think if it's that simple, and you know, as you're saying, this is their, if we say this is where the meeting will be in your district, and also find a way to say, if you can't attend here, this is your opportunity for input, and whether it's that email address that I don't know, you know, wherever that goes, or whatever it is, that we give them those options, but then I just feel like we've done everything we can to let people be aware of how they can do public input, cause that's what I think their frustration is, and I know, you know, we've kind of been through it, but I think we still need to answer to that.
I think in, somewhat in defense of our simple survey that we sent out, I don't believe that when we did that, our intent was to, you know, we did reach out as best we could.
Yes.
But I believe that when we did that, we were in the very beginning stages, we had visited a couple of centers and we were starting to say, is this the right direction, is this what we're going in, and we just put a little feeler out there and we wanted to get back from people, say, yeah, we're interested in this, and this, and that kind of, to me, it reinforced that the visits we were making and the questions that we were asking were appropriate, and we were starting to collect the right kind of data, okay, it was, and I don't, I mean, cause let's face it, we kinda sat down and said, hey, these are 10 good questions for seniors, these are 10 good questions for the household, and we just went out there, and I think we were more or less, but maybe this is a bad choice of words, but I think we were maybe pretty much taking a pulse and not so much looking for input. Whereas, as these guys as professionals are going to be looking for
Specific, yeah.
doing more of a, obviously a higher degree, on a higher scale than what we did like.
And to follow up with what Dan just said, and I think you're absolutely right, is that this committee has evolved.
Mhm.
Okay, so we started out as looking at senior centers, and we were gonna build a senior center. It is now definitely not a senior center, it is a community center that seniors have access to, and it's an intergenerational center. Now, this is a man who's built over 20 of them. He told us that that is exactly what has happened. Over the past few years, he started building senior centers, he is now building community centers. So we are with the trend, or we are ahead of the trend, in that people who are investing, a town that is investing suddenly 6 or 8 million or whatever it is into a senior center, saying, no, we can't do that. We need a community center, and it can function as both, because
Here's
at
the
2
key.
o'clock the lights go off, you know? So we are on the right path. So for all the criticisms we take, we have done a lot of things correctly, and we have evolved with it. So, I think that, you know,
The
Dan's
other,
absolutely right.
the other point